Alright, so what you want to do is you want to grab the part that you want to solidify. Now it would be better to solidify each part on its own, but you can always sort of judge by the file itself, so you can join everything. So you can always make 2 copies. And now my computer's frozen. Great. There we go. So you know you can test on each whatever. Alright, so what we're going to do with this one is going to control... Wait, let me do this. So if you need to see what keys I've pressed, you can look down here and it'll tell you. So you select the model that you want, right click on it, press Control C, and that'll copy it. Open up another Blender, go into that and press Control V. And what that will do is that'll copy that into that instance of Blender. So I just right click on it again. And what I normally do is this upside down triangle, I always click double sided. Doesn't affect anything, it just makes the model look better while you're working on it. Alright, so now you go to the tool there. You go add modifier and go to solidify. And just so you got your thickness up here, if you press shift and then drag across, it'll go slow. If you just click it and drag, it'll go a little bit faster. Now it is a big file, so the bigger the file is, the more RAM it's using on your computer, so just be gentle with it. So looks like the most part that's going to stuff around is around the fingers and the hands and that. So as you can see, are they all joined? Yeah, alright. So you can either go left or right, just sort of go by what you think's going to look better. Press Ctrl Z if you make a mistake. See, going left on that one makes it look better. And what you can do is after you put this in the limit state, you can bring it back into Blender again and then re-solidify it. It just sort of makes it so it doesn't stuff around too much. Alright, I'm happy for that now. So I'm going to press apply. And I'm going to go File, Export as STL. I'll just save it as that one for now. Alright, so I'm going to go into limit state now. I'm going to open up hands. Just wait for that to load. There we are. Now, as you can see, that says it has 149,645 errors for the self-intersections. Now, you want to make sure that before you do this, that you do have everything right. I can join that up later, that's no issue. So this here will stuff around with the computer, so just give it a minute or two. Sometimes it will freeze the computer, especially being in the 100,000 marks. It will, as you can see the bottom right down there, it's thinking. I would pause the video, but I can't remember the pause function. So when you are doing this though, try to just leave it on the program. If you know it's going to take a while, walk away from it and go do something. Don't change between programs unless you have a really high-end PC that has a lot of RAM. So it's going to look like I'm going to need to break each part into little separate pieces and do it. But that's the rough idea of how you're going to have to do it. Alright, no, it didn't freeze. Okay, sweet as. So now, I'm going to have a look at this. Now, it looks pretty shit here, but you know what? I'm happy with that, so I'm going to save this. Replace over that one. Now remember, you can make as many different saves as you want. So you can have a file just of all your repaired STLs, original STLs, etc. Alright, so I use S3D. Now, this was the one that I didn't repair. Let's drop just down just so it doesn't take too forever. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Let's see. So we'll check the unrepaired hand against the repaired hand. Initializing preview data. Now, as you can see, no way that's going to be an acceptable print. So I'm going to remove that one. Now I'm going to import the one that you just seen me fix. Oh, I reckon 500%. Let's see how that looks. Now already, that is 10 times better. Might be still a few little errors in here, but what you can always do, right, go back into your Blender, delete that, and now what you do is you import STL, the one that you just fixed. I know it is tedious, but that's what you've got to do to make something printable. So same thing, add modifier, solidify. And this time I might go right. No, that's disgusting. Might actually fix this one here. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't like always try and fix a model before you solidify it, because it hates fixing stuff before it's solidified. So this was just an example, but I'll fix all this and join all that to where it needs to go when I do the actual finish of the last model bit. I'm going to copy that. And that's... I hate it when it does shit like that. But as you can see, it's got all those black lines. So there's other ways you can do it. You press tab to go into your edit mode. And Control N will fix all the mirrored verticals, or whatever you call them. So that's still fixing that. Still fixing. Now you can see the difference. So there is a lot more detail with this one here, but it's just not printable. There's no way you're going to be able to print that. Unless you feel like, because it was designed for rendering and not printing. Now to me, that's not too bad. And so because you've done that, right, so you don't actually need to do all that again because we're using the same arms. So, pardon me, Control C, Control V. Over there, Object, Mirror, X Global. So also what I find is, if your blender is getting very, very slow, open up another blender, right? And just select everything that you have, copy it, and paste it into the new blender. And that should lower down your memory up here, because especially when it gets around the 1800 mark, then that's when it starts slowing down. Alright, any other issues, just hit me with a message.